Alright, man, see, I'm gonna have to speak up for black women on this one. I personally have not met not one, or even heard one black woman say that you have to date black women only, and that's it. If you're a black man and you want to do a little interracial relationship, that's on you. But what black women are fed up with is the need to profess your love to white women or Hispanic women while dissing them. AKA, oh, I love me a Hispanic girl, man. They so bad, man. I like white girls because, you know, black girls are loud, black girls are ghetto, black girls. How about you just say you like Hispanic girls, you like white girls, and end it there? The need to go ahead and go on this banter, this rant, this talk about how you love, you know, white women so much because black women are this makes no sense. And to me, black is 100% beautiful. And I'm gonna keep it 100% honest. I don't trust any man who looks at his own complexion and the complexion of his mother and is not attracted to the women of that complexion. That's just me, personal opinion, but you do you.
Hey, a real man is gonna buy you shit without having to have sex with you. And that man is your fucking father, cause it won't be me.
Are you more likely to see black men dating white women or white men dating black women?
Black men dating white women, by far.
You see black men dating white women all the time. You don't see white men dating black women all the time.
Name the last white man you saw dating a black woman. Can you imagine a guy, hey, oh, Shaniqua, welcome home. Where have you been all night? Period, you think it's stupid? Oh, sweetie, a little bit of attitude. Why are you saying I got attitude for? No, honey, I would never say you have attitude. That relationship has never happened in the history of the world.
It's not all sunshine and roses when you date white girls. As with anything in life, there are advantages and disadvantages. I'm going to offer you the Reader's Digest version of what to expect when approaching white women for the black men out there who haven't had much experience dating interracially and are trying to widen their horizons and seek better possibilities. What you need to know is that white women react to black men approaching them quite differently than do other racial groups of men, and there are 3 key factors that black men should be aware of while pursuing these women. Therefore, if you think a black brother would benefit from this video, please share it with them. Let's get back to discussing the 3 key factors that black men should consider while approaching white women. First off, white girls don't often ask black men to demonstrate their masculine prowess. While the majority of white men are expected to demonstrate this, there is an underlying belief that black men are natural alpha males, so they don't typically have to deal with this quite as often. Hip-hop culture and black professional athletes who strongly support this supposition. But in actuality, nobody is completely certain. Now, these natural alpha males have the advantage that white girls will test black men more for confirmation than for qualification. Even if they test black men at all, that is, every now and then they'll check to see if we live up to our previous reputation by poking and prodding here and there. However, compared to other races of men, white women seem to instantly stamp more black men as being masculine. The downside of this presumption is that if you do not pass the masculinity test, you are already beyond finished. When most women are told by the culture as a whole that black men are naturally inclined toward being alpha, they start out by expecting it from them. Therefore, if they don't notice it, or if they detect even a hint of weakness, you're done. The fact is that a black man who lacks masculinity is the most unappealing type of man, gents. I frequently failed even one masculinity test, and I was almost never given the chance to prove myself. Even though my game had been flawless up until that time, they checked out the second I missed. The margin of error for black men is therefore essentially non-existent, even though they do start out with an edge. I can only speak from my own experience. The second thing you should know before approaching white women is that they anticipate black men attempting to engage in sex on the first date. They anticipate these black men to be honest and direct. White women anticipate that when black men approach them, the conversation will almost instantly lead to sex. The benefit of this is that it significantly reduces pressure. If they give up the digits, they're probably going to make things easy because they know a white girl wants us to make a hard play to get some action. The drawback right now is that it can be very challenging to approach them during the day. It might be really challenging to start a conversation with an attractive white female to develop attraction and trust. Granted, most men have to do this anyway since attractive women naturally believe that most men talk to them because they want to have sex with them. But when a black man approaches them, they know exactly what he's wanting. And if they aren't DTF, if they aren't at all open to the game, numerous rejections are the eventual result, which is also expected in this game. Men, you can't win them all. However, black men end up saving a ton of time because of this. White girls used to express their interest in me quickly and without any hesitation when I used to approach them, whether it was date or night. I got their phone number, and the rest, as they say, is history if they were feeling my game. If they're not, they frequently stop me in my tracks right away. The most valuable resource for humans is time. Therefore, it typically saves black men a lot of time and frustration in the long run when white girls expect black men to push for sex early on. The third thing you should know when talking to white women is that they don't often consider dark men as options for long-term relationships, especially when they are young and attractive. Whether we like to believe it or not, white men are at the top of the intimacy food chain. So when the average American white female fantasizes about her ideal partner or married life, she rarely considers him being a dark man. Assuming everything is equal, women of all races who have white girls' sensibility prefer white men. Let me now clarify what I just said. Most women, regardless of race, will gravitate toward the black man because he's simply a better option, skin tone and all. If there is a black man who is better looking, has a better job, is in better shape, and has a better handle on women than the typical white man. However, if you have a white and a black man who are both in excellent form, have wonderful careers, have a terrific sense of humor, and have great looks, 9 times out of 10, white women will select a white man as their preferred option. Call it unfair, disagree with it, or anything else. That's how it is. I'm not arguing that white men are better than men of other races, or that they are in any way superior to them. However, facts are facts, and if you simply glance around, you'll notice that white men fit the description of nearly every woman. As far as the general acceptance of interracial relationships involving black men and white women is concerned, America has come a long way, but given the high-minded mentality of the majority of American girls, it still carries some taboo, no matter how subtly. You will find that the majority of young, attractive white girls you approach won't be daydreaming about your wedding, honeymoon, and life as a wife with you. White women all want the same things and think the same way, excluding affluent black men. Young, attractive white women rarely consider long-term relationships with black men. White women are significantly discouraged from getting married and starting families due to social stigma and the perception that black men don't make as much money as white men. White girls in this nation, on the other hand, are utterly mystified by the legend about black men's amorous aptitude. Regardless of their ages, all white girls want to discover the origin of the saying, "Once you become black, you don't go back." Obviously, this leads to a lot of easy sex with white women, especially in today's culture of girl power, which promotes promiscuity among women. No, not all black men have big dicks, and don't all perform like adult film stars. Women who have interacted with several black men are aware of this. Those who have never crossed over to the dark side, however, can't help but want to know. Therefore, when a black man initiates conversation with a white woman, any white woman who is even the slightest bit inquisitive virtually unconsciously drops her panties, unless you want a commitment that will last a lifetime. Not being considered husbands or long-term boyfriends by white girls has no obvious drawbacks. Hook up with as many Caucasian girls as you can. These white girls are some of the easiest targets around. Anyway, that's all for today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It motivates me to create more content for you. See you next time. Cheers.